What mode of communication do you use when in your team? If it's an emergency, how do you contact people? If it's out of hours, what do you do? When do you use email? Do you use Teams? If so, what goes in the chat? When do you use a video call? Do you pick up the phone? These questions, those real in the weeds questions, are something I explored with an executive team on a recent offsite. Now, often on executive offsites, we think we've got to spend all the time up on the balcony, not on the dance floor, or out of the weeds, not in the nitty gritty of the weeds. But sometimes it is worth going into the weeds with intent. And that's exactly what we did for a short part of this offsite, because sometimes it's the basics that we skip over and it causes confusion. It creates time pressures within our teams because we're all doing our own thing, our own preference. Some people like using the phone, other people just live in their email. With so many different platforms now, the real risk with this, if you've never had the conversation as a team about which mode to use when, is you lose track of really important communications. If you're like me, you've had this situation before where you've got out of a meeting and you've gone, oh, I saw something pop up, but was it in email? Was it a text message? Was it in, whatever other platform here? So regardless of the size of your team, I encourage you to get in the weeds with intent too. Have the conversation. If it's urgent and important, what do we do? When do we use email? What sort of things go in email? When should we be picking up the phone? What do different roles require? It might be that someone in your team can't answer the phone, so that's off the table. What do you use Teams for? And when you get Teams messages, do you expect people to acknowledge receipt? Is a little emoji expected? How often are you meant to check these things? If we don't have the conversation, not only does it get messy, but we can be reactive all day, thinking that we have to be on, and we don't have time to get the work done. So make some time, intentional time, to get in the weeds as a team and have a conversation about which mode of communication you use when, so that then you can get out of those weeds and focus on what is most important. If you have a communication, leadership, emotional intelligence, self-management question you would like answered, send it through and I'll do my best to answer it for you next week. Cheers.